Hey guys, Movie Fan 2002 here, and I'm back to doing another movie review. Or should I say, double movie review. Wow, it's been a long time since I've done that, haven't I? Anyways, today I'm going to be looking at two films that I saw recently in theaters. Yes, it's so good to be back there again. And those are F9 and Black Widow. Let's start off with F9 first. So, F9 is the ninth film in the Fast and Furious franchise, obviously, and it tells the story of taking place a while after the events of the Fate of the Furious, where Dom and his team are basically relaxing, and Dom and Letty are now parents, confirmed with the last film with their son Brian. But of course, they're called into work where the team Ramsey, Roman, Tej, I think that's everyone in the film. Did I forget one? No, wait, that's pretty much everyone. Are assigned with a new mission about Mr. Nobody's disappearance. At first, Dom was not up for it, but then when he figured out that it actually was caused by his brother, Jacob, played by John Cena, and the villain from the last film, Cypher, he decides to join in. And so now it's a mission to stop this court from destroying the world as well. Along it's cars swinging, cars going to space, brother rivalry, Han coming back, all that crazy stuff we enjoyed from the previous films. Now, to be fair, I was pretty looking forward to this film. I mean, now yes, it's the ninth film of a franchise. It's the ninth movie in a franchise, and some people could say we're getting tired of it. But to be fair, I was still looking forward to it. Plus, as of July of 2021, they did announce that it is coming to an end with a two-parter. So, with 10 and 11. So at least they know when it's time to stop. Even though Furious 7 seemed like sort of like the finale to that film. More on that a little bit later. So, anyways, what were my thoughts on the film? Was it worthy enough for a ninth installment? Yeah, I really had a fantastic time watching it. So what do I like about the film? One, the performances. Everyone does a great job as always. Vin Diesel's so great as Dominic Toretto. Michelle Rodriguez, I think that's her name, still does a great job as Letty. Tyrese, Ludacris, the actress who plays Letty, no, not Letty, Ramsey, they all did a pretty good job. Of course, John Cena is just awesome as always. And they even brought some of the characters from Tokyo Drift into here, like Sean Boswell, and the two other guys who I forgot their names were. But of course, Sean Boozoo, I think that's his name, returns for the first time since Fast and Furious 6 as Han. And just like with Letty in Fast and Furious 6, it does explain how Han survived, which I won't spoil for those who have yet to see the film. The action is still amazing. I think it really I think it's fantastic. And yes, I thought it was pretty cool with the characters all going up into space. Sure, it's ridiculous, but I kind of buy it. And what else did I like? The characters are all pretty memorable as always. There wasn't like a bad character in the film. Well, maybe a couple, but we'll get to that later. The story, for the most part, was actually really good. I like that it's actually that they wanted to do something a little bit, well, different. Like, plus, so because the subtitle of this film is The Fast Saga, it does bring in numerous elements. Like I said, the characters from Tokyo Drift, bringing back Han, numerous callbacks to previous films. the previous films, especially, believe it or not, the first film mentions of Brian, who was Paul Walker's character before he passed away in November of 2013. The list basically goes on. Oh, and I've got to admit, there were some pretty funny moments in the film. One joke that really got me was that there was this joke where Roman was basically just saying, like, hey, we're all lucky. We just basically survived all this. That was both hilarious and also was, like, a nice throwback to, like, and was also kind of reminded me a bit of the season 9 premiere of Friendship is Magic when they, like, poked fun of the fact that the princesses never helped, but then in the second part, they helped. Like that they point that out. So, with all that said, does that mean F9's a perfect film? No, I do have a few issues with the movie. One, the pacing in the middle could like slow down a bit, and there were times when I'm pretty slow. Plus, the new character that joins the team, while she was good, I just wish she got more, there was more to her other than the fact that Han raised her. I did like her backstory though, I'll give it that. That and also, there's that, and this might be like a bit of a problem for other people, but this didn't really bother me, is the fact that don't expect The Rock to make an appearance as Luke Hobbs in this film. He is completely absent in this. What else didn't I like? What else didn't I like outside of this film? Yeah. I did not like, no wait. I did not like the other villain that, outside of Jacob and Cypher, the villains were not that interesting. But other than that, I still thought this film was fantastic. It's getting me excited. Is it the best Fast and Furious film? No. That still goes to Furious 7, and I doubt anything's gonna top Fast and Furious 7 because of with an ending like this.
This is your car.
My car? It's official. You're all free. Home sweet home. What's happening, dude?
Thanks for the invite.
Wanna go for a drive?
No matter where you are, whether it's a quarter mile away or halfway across the world.
We all change, we all grow, a new lane.
The most important thing in life will always be the people in this room. Right here, right now. Salute me, familia.
Started out small to a real bond, cause we're brothers first. Cause we're been through a lot, but it ain't over, we gon' keep it going.
You'll always be with me.
Change the game without even knowing.
And you'll always be
Then
my
again,
brother.
maybe F10 and 11 could beat it. Keep in mind the word I said is could. But still, I love the movie. So if I would have to rank the Fast and Furious films, it would go like this. From worst to best, Tokyo Drift, Too Fast, Too Furious, The Fast and Furious, The Fate of the Furious, Hobbs and Shaw, The Fast and the Furious, then this, then top 3 would be Fast and Furious 6, Fast 5, Furious 7. So yeah, that would be my ranking. My rating would be a 9 out of 10. I surprisingly love this film. Alright, now let's move on to the one you've been waiting for. The Black Widow review. So Black Widow, obviously, takes place in between Captain America Civil War, my third favorite MCU film, where Natasha Romanoff is on the run from the Sokovia Accords and so she has to stop the Red Room because they're hunting down her and her sister Yelena. So she decides to team up with her as well as her parents. I forgot what the father's name was, and Melina, in order to stop the Red Room, in order to do it. Now, I was both excited and skeptical towards this film. Excited because we finally have another MCU movie after Spider-Man Far From Home, which was basically 2 years ago, but I was also a bit skeptical because okay, get ready for a major spoiler warning for Avengers Endgame. Here we go. So for those who haven't seen the film, you might want to skip.
Let me go.
No. Please, no.
It's
Please.
Your eyes do not deceive you. Natasha Romanoff died in Avengers Endgame when sacrificing herself to get the Soul Stone. So it didn't really make sense that we would have a Black Widow movie after her death. But to be fair, it was taking place after Civil War and Infinity War. But even at that, I wasn't that excited for it. But I was still willing to give the film a shot because I still wanted to see what happens. Plus, it was a Marvel movie after 2 whole years. So of course I was gonna go see it no matter what. Plus, with Marvel having a success with the Disney Plus show this year with WandaVision, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki, I think it's only seemed fitting that that a Black Widow movie would be involved. So, what were my thoughts on the film after watching it finally last night? Well, in my opinion, I actually loved it. Yeah, I feel like it's basically Natasha Romanoff's version of the Winter Soldier, even though she was basically in that film, but this time she's actually the main character. Now, first off, as always, Natasha Romanoff did a fantastic job for her final time as in her major role as Natasha Romanoff as Black Widow. Do I need to say how she's awesome? She's just fantastic. Plus, she's my dad's celebrity crush, so I think words don't need to be said about her performance. The rest of the cast did a pretty good job as well. I really liked the actress who played Yelena. She basically stole the show in the film. She was just so hilarious, and every time she just cracked a joke, I was just laughing. Not saying a lot because the entire theater was laughing last night. The Red Guardian was awesome. I think he's my favorite character alongside Yelena and Natasha herself. I like the mother. Sorry, I thought I heard something. The story was actually pretty good. I liked that it was like a little different comparing to the other MCU films, and I like that but it still contains some similar elements, like its action scenes, the humor, the bond with family. It actually worked very well. Of course, we dive into more of Natasha's origins, which I won't spoil for those who have yet to see the film. What else did I like? The action is awesome as always. This is some of the best action of the MCU. And plus, Natasha's going up against a threat that's basically around the same as her, which is the Taskmaster. Which no spoilers of who she is under the mask, because it happens near the end. What else did I like about the movie? The villains were pretty threatening. I mean, especially Taskmaster. I think I already mentioned the action. I really liked the prison escape scene and the final battle. I mean, they were pretty awesome. The characters are pretty much memorable, even though don't expect. Also, with the whole rumor about Tony Stark making an appearance, he doesn't. He does not make an appearance at all in this film. There were some pretty emotional moments, especially at the beginning, and I mean that was pretty emotional. And the end. What else did I like? What did I love about the film? Oh yeah, I love that they went a little bit dark. That it went a little bit darker in some scenes, like that than a typical usual MCU film. So yeah. What else did I love about the film? I'm trying to think much without going to spoilers. Oh yeah, I like that this film is a lot more laid back and just focused on one character. Like after having a while of like ensemble movies, just focus on like one of the Avengers. Plus, this film was like a nice swan song for Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow. So, yeah, I love this film. My rating will be a 10 out of 10. So, I'm supposing I would do my MCU ranking right now, but I'm not going to. So I'm not going to do like an official video on that yet. I'm going to say that for either after the finale of Loki, which will be on Wednesday, or wait till the end of this year after Spider-Man Far From Home is released. No, not Far From Home. No Way Home is released. Get confused with those two titles. But I will send you a link to my Letterboxd account so you can see my ranking of all the MCU films, including Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision, because I'm including those as well. And anyways, that's going to be it for right now. Till next time, peace.